Hi, Andrea. Happening about what? Hi, Muhammad. Okay, Andrea. No offense. Thanks anyway. Hope you had subscribed. There isn't any sweetness in your heart. Paper roses, paper roses. Oh, how real those roses seem to be. But they're only imitation, like like your imitation love for me. Mm. Hello, 7 million in the house. There's a kind of us all over the world tonight. All over the world, you can hear that sounds of lovers in love. You, just the two of us, and nobody else inside. There's nobody else, and I'm feeling good. It's holding me tight. So listen. Hello. Mogma, hello. Carefully get closer now, and you will see forever and ever. It's the two of us, and nobody else inside, and nobody else. Hello, how are you? I'm underwater. Please help me. Hi, Loterian. Mm. Hi, Joben. Alex 67. Hello. All over the world tonight. 65. So that world knowledge. Okay. Tennis. Provide background. Ah, practice. Build vocabulary. Schemata. Okay. Entropy. Let's try again. Mm-mm. 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 Naku, 75.
Welcome back to Teach English Now. You may have noticed that this module is a little longer than some of our other modules. But don't worry, that won't always be the case. Stay with us in this summary video so you can understand the big picture of what we are trying to get you to know as language instructors.
First of all, we use the extended analogy of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz to introduce you to 3 different readers. Each reader has a unique set of problems that are worth considering.
The first reader, the Scarecrow, gave us insights into the learner who is unable to read. In general, this learner may be engaged, diligent, and willing to learn, but simply doesn't have the information necessary to be a successful reader. In In other words, you as a teacher need to fight a lack of knowledge with information.
However, we showed that there are different kinds of knowledge that students may not possess. First, students may lack the necessary decoding skills needed to recognize words and word sounds. Thus, you may need to teach a student to connect different sounds with letters or groups of letters. Second, you may need to teach vocabulary and some parts of speech, as some learners may not possess enough knowledge to recognize simple
Let's see
sight
this one.
words. Third, you may have to teach rules of different kinds of discourse, such as essay writing, newspaper articles, menus, and other styles of writing that all have their own set of logic. Fourth, you may also have to teach world knowledge and help students build their schemata so that they can understand difficult texts. Finally, you may encounter students who simply don't employ good reading strategies. And you
Hi,
may wish to teach
Alex.
some useful reading strategies to these students. We'll discuss those in more detail in our second module.
Now on to our second reader, the Tin Man. Our Tin Man had a problem understanding that reading can be done in an interactive and involved way. He thought of reading as a solitary, isolated activity.
Mhm.
This reader often needs to recognize that reading is an involved, active process, and that there are many things the reader can do to expand their ideas about the text. First, we suggested that to involve a Tin Man, a teacher can think about dividing activities into three parts: pre-reading, reading, and post-reading.
Mhm.
Pre-reading activities can include have you ever questions, providing background information about the theme or author, vocabulary, personal stories, and even pictures that help support the reader. Reading activities can include inviting readers to look for certain key facts, or inviting them to highlight, take notes, or even stop reading to share ideas with a class member or the class. To really involve students, you might want to invite students to a read aloud
Hello.
or reading circle and use teacher techniques that help students break down the information as you read. After finishing a reading, students are invited to evaluate, give opinions, and demonstrate their understanding of the material. You might invite students to summarize, create, compare, and more in order to get students to critically respond to the text.
Our final reader, the Lion, was presented as a self-absorbed, anti-reading personality. He just didn't have time to read. He didn't think reading mattered. Dorothy, our master teacher, was able to confront his unengaged attitude by finding ways to intrigue him, to pique his curiosity, and to make him want to read. She motivated him through the art of immediacy, making his interests and his world the focal point of his own story. She used the principle of autonomy, which shows that many readers are intrigued when they're able to choose topics themselves to explore themes they have already had an interest in. Finally, she used future authenticity, which is a fancy way of saying that she sold the Lion on the idea of a future event, and then gave a reading that might help the Lion enjoy that future event even more. She gave the Lion a glimpse into his own future, and then helped him to prepare for it.
We have to applaud Dorothy for the way she was able to meet all the needs of all her students. So, did she and her three learners make it to the Emerald City? Well, that is a chapter that we invite you to write and finish.
Hello.
Because to be honest, it's time for us to move beyond the rainbow.
Mr.
And move on
Romualdez,
to your
hello.
own.
How are you?
After this video, we are inviting you to do two things. Choose a reading you think will interest your learners. Share why you think this reading would be appropriate for your learners. While you won't
Thank
create a lesson
you.
plan yet, have in mind that
Thank
whatever
you for
reading you
your
choose,
fifth
you
like.
can use later on. Finally,
Oh,
we
thank
invite
you
you
for
to
subbing
take a quiz.
also.
It isn't
That
meant to
will
be
be
difficult,
great.
but it is meant to ensure
I
that
learned
you'll
my
be paying
last one
attention
also.
to the
I've
basic
been in
ideas found in this
this
module. We hope you enjoyed both of these
YouTubing
classes,
for
and we'll see you in our next module,
5 years and
where we
more.
will be
Yet
teaching
my
very unusual
my
characters,
subscribers
poets, and
and
fairy
so I decided to go back to having online. Thank you, Mr. Romualdez. So I decided to come online regularly to gain more supporters.
Wizard of Oz.
I'll go
Reading
back to you,
activity
Mr. Modest. Thank you.
countless possibilities abound for what you can do with the Wizard of Oz in your class. You'll find a shortened version of the Wizard of Oz in the attached education, along with some ideas on how you can incorporate it into many different types of lessons and curriculum units for varying levels of age. If you're teaching children, you might enjoy doing some of the craft activities and while if you're teaching young adults, a few of the writing activities, such as character analysis or writing a sequel, might fit in well with the objectives of the class. Here are a few reading activities you can try out in your classroom to deepen students' understanding of the material while also keeping them engaged. Free reading activities.
Mm.
1. Reteach vocabulary with images.
The odds.
Show images of
Oh,
the characters from the Wizard of Oz and ask students to draw pictures or write down words that you associate with the characters in the vocabulary. 2.
wonderful Wizard of Oz.
In the
Oh,
first couple of
nice.
sentences from the story, ask the students to write down what they think the
In the
character
year
is. Share
1900s,
predictions and symbols.
I
Try
support
reading
you
one
with informative
emotion
contents. I
points.
check your bit. Salute to you.
Students into
Thank you.
small groups.
Thank you, Mr.
Each group a picture of
Ramaldez.
a character with inflections. Start reading the story aloud and stop at different points in the story. Ask
I
students
watch it
how
when I
their
have
characters
time.
would
Thank you so much.
in the story.
I'll go back.
Students
I'll
should
get back to
confirm
you. Do you
or
have channel
to
also?
decide how their characters feel. Write
Just
that
leave
emotion
no,
down,
just leave a comment.
on paper,
I'll get back to
hold
you.
it up, and have a spokesperson
Thank you, Mr.
explain why the meaning
Ramaldez.
is here. Number 2, sequencing with pictures. Distribute a handout with a series of pictures from the scenes of the Wizard of
Mm.
Oz. As you're reading the story, students should number the pictures in the order they appear. Alternatively, students could read the story aloud in small reading circles, numbering the pictures as they go. Post-reading activities. 1. What happens next? Each student imagines
Yeah.
that they are a journalist and chooses a character from the Wizard of Oz. Then they write a newspaper article about what happens to that character in the future. Students share their articles in small groups. 2. Quizzing. Hand out strips of paper to each student. Students write down questions to quiz each other on the story. Collect the questions and put them in a fishbowl. Draw the questions out of the fishbowl and the students write their answers on blue whiteboards. If you don't have many whiteboards, students
Okay,
can grade
thank
their
you,
answers
Mr.
to
Ramaldez. God bless you too.
This is just a springboard of ideas to get you started. How can you incorporate a variety of reading activities into your lessons? Free download from Great Explorations, Oz Education Guide, and Reality. Download.
Hi, Pastor Geoffrey. Oh, thank you. Oh. Ano to, patay na. Hi, Mr. Saramao. Buhay po ako. Ay, ti, gwapo ko eh. Ano, Pastor Geoffrey. Ang galing ng translator ko, no? Sabi mo pala, pangit ako. Nako. Tapos, yung aking translator, sinabi, cute ako. Kaya nagpasalamat ako sa'yo. Wow! Ikaw nang gwapo. Saramaw. Ano to, patayin na. Hello. Okay. Mag-bash kayo na mag-bash. Pakay ko sa inyo. Gwapo pa kayo. Maglagay ako ng ekstrang mata naman. Ekstrang mata. Ayan, di ba? May extra akong mata. Kaya na dyan. Ay, nako.